guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 4mm hook, my yarn which is from a brand called Nako. I'm going to be using my stitch markers, and I'll also be using this elastic bands. So to get started, I'm going to start by making a foundation chain that is long enough from my chest down to an inch or two under my bust. So I'm measuring from my chest area down to under my bust. So you can make it longer, or you can just make a chain that is long enough from your chest to your bust. It all depends on you, but I'm just measuring my chest down to under my bust. So for that, I'm going to start by making a chain of 32 because that is enough to give me the length I want. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Now I have my foundation chain of 32. Now I'm going to be working with the rib stitch, but double crochet rib stitch. So for that, I'm going to chain one. Sorry, for the first row I'm just going to work in one double crochet in each stitch. So go into each stitch with one double crochet till you get to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the first row, so I'm just going to go into the last stitch with one double crochet. For row 2, I'm going to chain one, and I'll be working with the double crochet rib stitch. So I'll be working with the back loop. So I already chained one, so turn over, yarn over, and go into the back loop of the first stitch with one double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next back loop with one double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next one with one double crochet. So I'm just putting one double crochet into the back loop of each stitch, and that's what I'll be working with till I get the length I want for, sorry, the width I want for the bust. So you're just working with the back loop till you get the amount of rows that can go around your bust area. I've come to the end of the second row. For the third row, I'm going to repeat the second row. So like I said, I'll be working with the back loop until I get the width I want for my bust. So yarn over and go into the back loop with one double crochet. Yarn over and go into the next back loop with one double crochet. So I'm just going to continue with this till I have the width I want, and I'll show you guys what to do next. So I did a total of 55 rows. If you're size small, you can do fewer rows. It all depends on your size, but I have a total of 55 rows. And then I just joined the two ends with a single crochet. So now I'm going to turn this inside out. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm not going to cut off the yarn. I'll just continue with the yarn from here. So I'm going to chain one. Now I'll just work one single crochet into each stitch. So I'm putting one single crochet into any stitch that my hook can enter. So So you can use your stitch marker to mark the two ends here and here, because I'm not going to go all the way around since I'm just working for the front of the top. So I'll just continue with one single crochet till I stop at this end. I'm done putting one single crochet in each stitch, and I have a total of 35 single crochet. So I didn't go round like I said, I just marked off the front, so I'm just working with the front. Now I'll be alternating between single crochet and double crochet. So for the next row, I'm going to do a double crochet. So chain one, which I already did, and turn over. Now put one double crochet in the first stitch. One double crochet, and the next stitch with one double crochet. So I'm just putting one double crochet in each stitch. So just continue with one double crochet till you get to this end, and I'll show you guys what to do next. Now I've come to the end of the second row. For the third row, I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to be working with a single crochet. So like I said, I'll be alternating between double crochet and single crochet. So what I'm going to do now is I already chained one, turn over. I'm going to start decreasing from the third row. So to decrease, I'm going to go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the first loop. Now go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now continue with one single crochet in each stitch till you get to the last 2 stitches. I'm at the last 2 stitches and I'm going to do my decrease. So go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through the first loop. Go into the last stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I have my decrease. For the fourth row, I'm going to work with double crochet. So chain 1. Now I'm going to do my decrease in the first 2 stitches with a double crochet. So yarn over and go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I have my decrease. Now continue with one double crochet in each stitch till you get to the last 2 stitches where you're going to work with your decrease. So I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to do my decrease. So yarn over and go into the second to last stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and go into the last stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I have my decrease. Chain 1. Now I'll work with a single crochet. So like I said, I'll just be alternating between double crochet and single crochet. So I'm going to do my decrease in the first 2 stitches. So go into the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through the first loop, go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now continue with one single crochet till you get to the last 2 stitches where you're going to do your decrease. So you're just going to be alternating between one row of double crochet and one row of single crochet but you're going to be decreasing in the first 2 stitches and in the last 2 stitches. So all you're going to do is you're going to keep on decreasing. You're going to keep on decreasing till you get you just have 1 or 2 stitches left. Then I'll show you guys what to do next. So now I'm done with my decreases and I have a total of 16 rows. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go around with 1 single crochet. So chain 1, going to the first stitch with 1 single crochet, going to the next stitch with 1 single crochet, and the last stitch with 1 single crochet. Now just continue with 1 single crochet along this okay, so continue with 1 single crochet along the stitches. So you're just going to continue with 1 single crochet and go along the back till you get back to this end. So I just went round with 1 single crochet, and now for the sleeve. So I already did 1 sleeve and I'll show you how I did the sleeve. So what I did is I used my stitch marker to mark off where I want the sleeve to be. So I just marked off 9 rows. So between the 2 stitch markers I have 9 rows. So you can place your stitch marker wherever you want the sleeves to be, but I just marked off 9 rows from the end because this is where I want to place my stitch marker. So there's no specific place for you to put your sleeves. It all depends on you. So now to work on the sleeves, I'm going to be using my band because I want the sleeve to be really cinched, so it's so that when I wear it, it's not going to fall off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the band at the stitch where my stitch marker is. So I'm just going to tie the band at this end. So I didn't actually measure the band, I just eyeballed it and decided the amount I want. So but it's really stretchy, so even if you cut a small band, because it's stretchy, it's going to be enough. So it's just you that will decide the length you want for your band. But yeah, I'm just going to attach the band at this other end where the stitch marker is. Okay, so now I have my band. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my yarn. Now I'm just going to attach my yarn at the stitch where the stitch marker is. Okay, so now I already attached the yarn. I can remove the stitch marker so it doesn't distract me. So now what I'm going to do is, you can ignore the stray yarns and stray band because you cut it later. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start by chaining 1. Now just single crochet along the band. So to crochet along the band, you're going to go over the band, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. So you're just putting one single crochet along the band, and because I did 46 single crochet on this band, I'm going to do 46 single crochet on this band. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a total of 46 single crochet along the band. Now I'll just continue with one single crochet along this area of the sleeve. So I'm just going to continue with one single crochet in each stitch till I have a total of 60 single crochet in total. So I have 46, meaning I have to do 14 single crochet along this side. So 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So I'm not putting my hook in any specific stitch. I'm just putting single crochet in any stitch my hook can enter, but I'm trying to make sure I have 60 single crochets because for the other sleeves I did single crochet. So I have 53. So I have a total of 60 single crochet. Now I'm just going to slip stitch. So now I just slip stitched. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. Now instead of going along the single crochet stitch, I'm going to start with this part of the sleeves. So you can start with the band, but I'm just going to start with this part of the sleeves. So I already chained 1. Now I'll be working with double crochet and I'm going to be increasing in this row. So let's say this is the second row. Let's count this as the first row and this is the second row. So I already chained 1. Now I'll put 1 double crochet in the first 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Now go into the 4th stitch with 2 double crochet. 1, 2. Put 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Put 2 double crochet in the 4th stitch. So you're just going to increase depending on how wide you want your sleeves to be. So the amount of increase determines how wide your sleeve is going to be. But for now, for this particular row, I'm just putting 1 double crochet in 3 stitches and putting 2 double crochet in the 4th stitch. So since I have an increase, I'm going to put 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then 2 double crochet in the 4th stitch. Continue along the band, so 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then 2 double crochet in the 4th stitch. So just continue with this till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the 2nd row. For the 3rd row, I'm just going to slip stitch to close up this round. Chain 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'll put 1 double crochet in 6 stitches and increase in the 7th stitch. So go into the first stitch with 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now in the 7th stitch, go in with 2 double crochet. Repeat, so go into the next 6 stitches with 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Go into the 7th stitch with 2 double crochet. Continue with that till you get to the end of the row. So you're just alternating between 1 double crochet in 6 stitches and an increase in the 7th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then increase in the 7th stitch. So now I'm at the end of the 2nd row and I'm just going to slip stitch to close up the round. For the 3rd, 4th and 5th row, I'm going to be repeating the 2nd row. So meaning I'm going to be doing 1 double crochet in the first 6 stitches and then an increase in the 7th stitch. So chain 1, go into the first stitch with 1 double crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now put in 2 double crochet in the 7th stitch. So I'm just going to continue alternating between 1 double crochet in 6 stitches and an increase in the 7th stitch. Like I said, I'll do this for the 3rd, 4th and 5th row, meaning I'm going to have 5 rows of increase and then I'll show you guys what to do next. So you don't have to follow my pattern. You can do more increase or reduce the amount of increase you want to do. It all depends on how puff you want the sleeves to be. So it all depends on you. You can reduce the amount of increase you want to do, or you can increase the amount of increase you want to do. So it all depends on how puff you want the sleeves to be. So yeah, I'm just going to repeat the 2nd row for the 3rd, 4th and 5th row and then I'll show you guys what to do next. So I'm going to have a total of 5 rows of increase and then we'll work on the next step. So for the sleeves, I did 5 rows of increase, which I showed you. Now I did 11 rows of no increase. So after the 5 rows of increase, I just continued with 1 double crochet in each stitch. So I did 11 rows of no increase, 5 rows of increase and 11 rows of no increase, making it a total of 16 rows. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start decreasing. So for the 17th row, I'm going to start decreasing. So I'm going to chain 1. In the first 3 stitches, I'll go in with 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. Now I'll decrease in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's my decrease. Now 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. Decrease in the next 2 stitches. 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. Decrease in the next 2 stitches. So I'm alternating between 1 double crochet in 3 stitches and then I'm decreasing in the next 2 stitches. So I'm just going to keep on alternating between the double crochet and the decrease till I get to the end of this round. Now I'm done with the 17th row, which is a row of decrease. Now I'm just going to slip stitch on top of the chain 1 to close up this round. For the 18th row, I'm going to be decreasing, so chain 1. Now what I'm going to do is 1 double crochet and then a decrease, 1 double crochet and a decrease. So I'm going to go into the first stitch with 1 double crochet and decrease in the next 2 stitches. So I have 1 double crochet and a decrease. Go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and then do a decrease in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2. Go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and then decrease in the next 2 stitches. So I'm just alternating between 1 double crochet and 1 decrease, 1 double crochet and 1 decrease. Continue with this till you get to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the 18th row, which I alternated between 1 double crochet and 1 decrease. Now I'm going to use my band, so I'm going to attach the band to the sleeves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start by chaining 1, and then I'm just going to place the band. So I know the band is looking small but it's stretchy, so you're just going to take the length that is wide enough to pass your biceps or wherever you want to put the elastic. So now I'm going to go around with 1 single crochet. So go into the first stitch with 1 single crochet and go into the band with 1 single crochet, yarn over and pull through the band and yarn over and pull through. Go into the next stitch with 1 single crochet, yarn over and pull through the band and the stitch, yarn over and pull through. Go into the next stitch. So you're just going into each stitch with 1 single crochet, but make sure you're going round the band. So go into the next stitch with 1 single crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 single crochet. So just continue with this till you're done going round with 1 single crochet. So you don't have to worry about the band showing, because by the time you're done going around, it's going to be hidden. So you're just going to continue with 1 single crochet till you're done going around, and then I'll show you what to do next. So for the 19th row, I just went around the band with single crochet. Now for the 20th row, I'm going to do 1 row of decrease, so I'll be decreasing in each stitch. So chain 1 and I'll be working with double crochet. So yarn over and go into the first stitch, yarn over and put through, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2. So I have my first decrease, go into the next stitch with a decrease, so yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2, yarn over and put through 2. So this row is a row of decrease where I'll be decreasing in every stitch. So decrease in the next 2 stitches and decrease in the next 2 stitches. So I'm just going to be doing my decrease till I'm done with this row. Now I'm done with the 20th stitch, which I did decrease in each of the stitches. I'm just going to slip stitch into the chain 1 I did at the beginning of the row. So from the 21st stitch to whatever length I want for the sleeve, I'm going to continue with 1 double crochet in each stitch. So chain 1 and go into the first stitch with 1 double crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So from here on, I'll just be going into each stitch with 1 double crochet till I get the length I want for my sleeves. So I'm not going to be doing any increase or decrease from this point. I'll just continue with 1 double crochet in each stitch till I have the length I want for the sleeves. So I'll continue with this and I'll let you know how many rows I did for the sleeves. I'm done with the sleeves of the top and I did a total of 25 rows from this point where we did our decrease. So I did a total of 25 rows of no increase or decrease, and you can make this the length you want depending on the length of your arm. So you can just adjust the sleeves based on the length of your arm. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. And also you can go around the neckline with 1 single crochet if you want, but I'm not going to do that. So it all depends on you. If you want the neckline to be tighter, you can just go around with 1 single crochet in each stitch. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have any question or there's anything you don't understand, you can always leave a comment down in the comment section, or you can text me on Instagram.